Welcome back, everyone. Mike McConville here, Stratford, Ontario, Canada, for StringTechWorkstations. So another video on the go for your benefit. This is a little mini hide glue pot. So I bought this from Lee Valley. A kind of cute little thing. My baby bottle warmer that I'd been using for 30 years basically bit the dust. Now I did get this hot plate. I bought at Lee Valley as well, but it was pretty well next to useless. I mean, it would basically heat the glue up lukewarm at best, so it didn't work. And this was $13, I think, so no great loss. I went to Canadian Tire, $19. I got this hot plate, and it works perfectly well. I have complete control over the viscosity and the heat of the glue. So in summary, this little double boiler was well worth the money. I think it was $50, which might seem like a lot, but that baby bottle warmer I used for 30 years was $29. This thing will outlast me, that's for sure. So I'm heating up some hide glue here because I've got two jobs which I tend to do, and most shops do. If you're heating up hide glue, it's good to line up a couple of jobs while the glue is hot and ready to go. I'm finally getting around to gluing on the dovetail on this 62 Southern Jumbo that I put the new top on. What I'm doing here, never quite done this before, but that head block has let go, so I'm going to load up. This is like a plastic-backed ultrafine sandpaper. I'm going to load that up with hide glue. I'm going to pull it through and soak that joint, clamp it, and I'll be able to actually reset the neck angle at the same time. So hang on, watch this. I'll try and explain this as best I can. So the neck is held on the neck support. The hockey puck basically covers the entire head block where we slip that glue in. This clamp here that is on the back of the neck, it's clamped to the underside of the support platform. It's essentially pushing down and flexing the neck back to reset the neck angle so that we have more room on the saddle when this job is done. I just thought I'd give you this view just to show you how I'm using the actual body platform and the neck platform on the GPS TechDeck. Okay, over to the Gibson. So here's what we've got for this Gibson neck. This is the original dovetail. I've got a couple of mahogany shims that are going on either side of that dovetail. This is a Murakoshi fastener. The female fastener is in the tip of the dovetail, and this will go through the face of the head block and pull that heel in tight while the glue sets. So I just want to give you a quick look at that, because once I spread that glue, it's go time. And when we come back, I can show you the final clamping configuration and the final fit. So this is what we ended up with for our clamping configuration. The Murakoshi fastener inside was tightened down, and that kind of pulled the heel in tight. And then this caul, there's a hockey puck on the underside that basically goes across the head block. And then that metal clamp, not a lot of pressure really. We got a beautiful press fit on this thing. So we did not starve that joint. Plenty of hide glue in there to hold it in place. And then the quick grip clamp, and it's pressing down, so we've got nice even pressure on that caul, pushing that fingerboard extension down tight to the soundboard. Here's a view from the other side, basically the same thing. You can see we've got a beautiful fit there. I'm very happy with that. We've got the perfect neck angle. We'll let that set overnight, and then we're into slotting the bridge. And boy, we'll be stringing this up in the next 8 hours. Welcome back one more time, everybody. Mike McConville here, Stratford, Ontario, for StringTechWorkstations. Yeah, I've had a bunch of people asking different questions about the two different models of TechDeck. So in the foreground here, we have the XLT. But before we even go there, I want to give everybody sort of a heads up on just how frugal I have always been. Most of what I buy is either bought at the local surplus store or the local hardware store. There's very few items that are highly specialized other than the actual two workstations themselves. And why is that? Well, because where you set the guitar down is where you start. And protecting the guitar and manipulating it into the most advantageous position for whatever job I'm doing as quickly and efficiently as I can is number one priority. And that's why we've spent all of this time designing a one-stop multi-adjustable guitar repair workstation. Okay, so we'll start with the XLT. Sorry for the mess, but this is reality. As you know, anyone who's watched my videos, this is real-time repairs on real instruments. Anything you can imagine, I've done it. This video that you're watching right now is number 400. With both of these workstations now, the fact that they fold up into a portable case, and the main base is now the case itself, a rectangular form, it leaves tons of storage. All my snapshot containers for the guys that are on tour. You can take all the bits and pieces that you might need while you're on tour. I personally kind of go with this high density foam and jam all my tools. You know, I got my multimeter and all the bits and pieces kind of jammed into a one compact portable solution. So the main difference between the XLT and the GPS unit is the XLT has a single pivoting block, leather covered pivoting block. Still allows you to cinch the neck down if you're flipping the guitar over to work on the electronics or flipping it up on its side, etc., etc., etc. Okay, so let's talk about the GPS unit. So the GPS unit carries on the tradition of the original TechDeck Elite. We've got the leather padded body platform with the foam underneath. So it's got a much more robust and much more versatile neck support platform. So with two platforms and the pivoting neck assembly with a sliding block. Virtually any type of fretwork, fret dressing, refretting, this allows you to set up quickly, one-handed adjustment. So you've got 20 indexing positions for each platform, 20 times 20, and then the third platform, 20. Flying V, a round back guitar, archtop guitar, telly, upright bass, support the neck and the body simultaneously or individually. Now this particular model is dropped into a regulation style flight case, and that is essentially the regular case bolted into this flight case. Same amount of storage. I've got that as a blank right now. You can use your own imagination of what you want to put in there. You cut out the cavities as you need them. There's plenty of space for storage. So with these two new models, it's not just that it's a fraction of the price of the original unit, but it's actually more versatile, more storage room, actually built into a case you can kind of take with you. And in the case of the GPS unit, it actually comes with that leather upgrade as well. So with the XLT, we have this single pivoting block. It still allows you to cinch the neck down and hold the guitar firmly by the neck. The case is identical, the body platform is identical, and the set of straps that comes with it is also identical. If you're doing any type of work like this, or if you're doing your kit guitars, sort of bolting tellies and strats together, well, this is a match made in heaven. Both of these units were designed to shadow every move you make, holding the instrument firmly in place while you concentrate on the task at hand. Now, the other thing I've laid out for you to see is I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sanding blocks. And yes, these are the blocks that you see in the hundreds of videos that I've posted on various guitar work. He got everything you see on this table. There's my Stanley side cutters. I think I got those at the surplus store too. I think they were, I can't remember, $9 or $10 maybe. I've got about 4 of these digital calipers. I think they were $14 each. And then these flip open razor knives, I got a half a dozen of those. They were also about $5 a piece. And the box of tongue depressors that you see me use over and over and over again. Okay, it was $12.89. So it works out to about 2.5 cents each. And over the course of these 400 videos, you've seen me use those tongue depressors for multiple purposes. So there's your basic wrap up. We're going to get back to that Gibson guitar and that other one that we were working on yesterday. So the whole thrust behind this is to make everybody's job faster, easier, safer. And at a fraction of the cost, you basically got a Guitar Pro shop in a box. We've had many quotes and accolades from many people over the years. There's a few very memorable quotes come to mind. One is Randy Clark from Moncton, New Brunswick, when he got his first TechDeck years ago, and this was the first generation. So Randy's quote was, "Mike, when our customers see the StringTech, they know we mean business when it comes to repairs." And how much of a difference did it make? They put a 24 by 24 foot addition on their store to keep up with the amount of guitar repairs. When he first told me that, I thought he was pulling my leg. But I had a buddy of mine that was out to visit him, and sure enough, they were pouring the foundations. And they did put that extension on the store. So for the small mom and pop shops and guys that are working at home like me, these workstations are the biggest guitar repair lure on the planet. Believe it. Let's get back to some guitar work. So back to our Gibson Southern Jumbo with the new top. So I let that hide glue set overnight. Now we're going to take a look at this bridge and slot it for the saddle. Okay, here's an interesting challenge. So since the fret dress in this case is just at that top end, we don't need to mask off the body, but I do want to pull these strings out of the way. Just kind of fold the tape onto itself, and well, that's it. Well, we got some trouble in paradise here. Right here. How do we take care of that? Well, you know something? I don't use a CNC machine. Take a little piece of hockey puck. I'm looking where the string wraps around the post, and as soon as that string becomes taut again, then I know I've restored the same amount of tension. It's another reason I like to have the headstock right up to chest level when I do this, so I get a real good bird's eye view of this. Alright, next we have a 6-inch single cut fine mill bastard file. This one of course is not mounted on a block because I need to slip it in underneath the strings. So in this case the body is held firmly by the body platform, and we're just spot dressing those treble spots. The treble side was fine, it was just on the bass side. You know, for your benefit, I'm really trying not to get in the way of the camera. Okay, we finished recrowning, so we'll give this area a little bit of a scrub again. All right, let's check it out now. Here we go. Etc. So mission accomplished. These 5 frets were changed by someone else years ago, and I did end up tapping those outside edges down as well as dressing, recrowning, and polishing. So now this guitar is 100%. Between resetting the neck, like I showed earlier in the video, and then shaving the bridge down a little tiny bit, now we've got plenty of real estate on that saddle. You could come down even further, although you don't need to. It's buttery smooth to play now. I think this guitar is playing better than it ever did.